What is up, resellers, thrifters, nerd collectors, all of the above? How are you guys doing? Welcome back to another episode of Good Game Grabs. We're here yet again in the Dirty Dungeon, the Dirty Thrift Dungeon, and we are just listing our butts away. We are trying our best to get to 750 and hopefully 1,000 listings after that. That is the ultimate goal, 1,000 listings. And we're going to show you guys what has sold because it's been a little bit of an uphill battle, and this will show why. But we're going to show you guys some what sold and talk more about what's going on in our journey to 1,000 listings. Alrighty guys, let's get into what has sold on eBay after a Sunday of sales. First up, we have this Sims pack. I collect these over time at the bins. They're super cheap because they're super light, obviously. These ended up selling for $27.95 free shipping. Shipping was a little bit, but we ended up making, somewhere around a net profit of maybe 17 or 18 bucks on those. And I tried to fit them in an 8x6x5, and that actually ended up being a little too close for comfort. I didn't want the edges to get smashed, so I went ahead and found this cat food box I had laying around, and that worked out perfectly. And this is why I recommend, if you have the space, to keep extra boxes around like this that are just, awkward shaped. All right, next up are these little teeth whitener swab things. I got these out of the bins very, very recently, actually, and I took a best offer of $35, and considering the cost of goods was really low on these, I found that to be still a really good return for our money. I mean, those things were probably, I think, 3 ounces for both packages there, so we made quite a bit off of these. And here you see me going through and doing my usual find a piece of cardboard to put the label on correctly when it's in the poly bag, but also give it a little bit more rigidity too, so it doesn't flex as much and break. Alrighty, here we have a Master P CD. This is from like the early 2000s. Guys, if you find any rap or hip-hop CDs like this, definitely make sure to pick them up. This one sold for $13.91 free shipping. It probably would have sold for more if it was in better condition. It was honestly probably in acceptable condition. The disc was definitely scratched. There was some peeling going on with the label, but it still sold rather quickly and for rather decent money, in my opinion. I definitely think that anything, again, of this era related to hip-hop or the rap scene, definitely pick it up because it's going to sell for pretty good money and it's going to sell quickly. Okay, here we have a Grease double DVD. These things don't command a ton of money. This one sold for $11.91 though, rather quickly. I'll go ahead and take that money considering how much we paid for it. And here I slip it into a very simple poly mailer and just send it on its way. Super quick, easy to list, easy to ship, all that good stuff. Here's an Under Armour shirt that I actually have sold twice now. This was on a return. It got returned to me about 2 weeks ago, and it sold again for around the same price, around 15 bucks free shipping. And again, guys, it's so easy to ship these lighter items, these lighter clothing items. You just put them in a poly and send it on its way. All right, next up is a catcher's mitt. This Rawlings catcher's mitt we got out of the bins, and this thing, I mean, it wasn't too quick of a sale, but now that we are into March, we're getting into baseball season. All the baseball stuff is, of course, going to start moving, not sell in the winter, which was when this was listed. So I am not surprised at this sale. It was good money. We got this out of the bins and still made probably a net around $20 bill off of that guy right there. All right, next up is this NRA hat we got out of the bins. Yes, again, something out of the bins. I think everything today was out of the bins. You guys know that 2A, Second Amendment stuff definitely sells. If you don't know that it sells, definitely, pick it up. They love, the 2A guys love their hats, so definitely go ahead and pick those up. Went ahead and threw this in an 8x6x5 and easy to ship on that one. Next up is this drum set that's been sitting around forever, but it literally sold, I think, within a day or two of listing it. And this one sold for $48.95. We actually got this, I think, out of the bins, if I remember correctly. This might have been from a regular store, but either way, I think we spent less than $10 on this thing, regardless. But yeah, so we went ahead and sold this for 50 bucks with some shipping in there. I went ahead and tried to put some bubble wrap on points of contact. I also decided that I didn't have the proper box inside my house. So I went ahead and ran on over to Walmart and grabbed these 7x11x13 boxes and combined the two together, actually. And then I also went ahead and took some old little cylinders here from my bubble wrap and cut them in half so I could also further protect the points of contact on the back of the box, as you guys see there. I also threw a bunch of cardboard scraps in the bottom and a bunch of packing paper as well to kind of combine the whole situation here, make sure everything was not moving around. I shook it a bunch of times and kind of felt it out. I also threw in these styrofoam blocks that I had as well. These were kind of perfect to fill the gap and make the item not move while it was in the box instead of filling it with paper. So that ended up working out. It did cost me in a bunch of tape and a bunch of time to get this done. I don't know if it was worth the $50 sale. Let me know in the comments down below what you guys think, if you would have gone through all that effort and time for a $50 sale. So I hope you guys enjoyed that what sold. You know, it's always an uphill battle when you are going to like list a bunch of stuff, you know, even like a bunch of stuff in one day. I listed like, I think 20 or 25 items in one day, and now we're selling more. It's like, it's that constant like uphill treadmill of, you know, yes, I do want to hit 1,000 listings, but I keep selling stuff in the meantime because, you know, our listings are good. The items are priced competitively. We have good pictures, a good description, good item specifics, all that good stuff, and we're now selling that stuff. So we ended up selling, like you guys saw, we sold 8 items over Sunday, and then we sold 7 items over Monday, and counting. We haven't gone to the post office yet today, but there were like 3 items that we listed yesterday that literally sold within hours of listing. One being a Commodore 64 computer, which we got from a private pick, which I thought was pretty cool. If you guys remember that model rocket that we got maybe 3 or 4 episodes ago in the bins, Fat Boy model rocket that I remember building from my childhood, we actually sold that almost immediately for $40 free shipping. And then I think there was like another like DVD that sold within a few hours as well that we got from the bins. But, you know, again, it is nice to get these sales, but, you know, like I'm still like, the closer I get to 600 listings, we just go back down. So like, I'm just trying my best, and this is going to be hopefully what gets me over the hump of like 600 on our way to 750. Let me move my water bottle here so we can see everything. So this is all of the hats that I have deemed ready to list, minus getting like brushed. Like this hat just needs to be brushed, you know, possibly a little bit of a double-sided, you know, tape to get some of that hair off, but mostly just a brushing, and then it's ready to go on our styrofoam head here and get pictured and listed. However, I will say that there are some vintage hats in here. This is another good example, but I just brought these 2 out because these are like made in USA, super nice. Like this is a new era made in USA, like super vintagey stuff right here. This is a starter. I mean, just kind of roached on the inside. It's basically going to be either myself or the buyer that's going to take the time to put into cleaning these hats. Now, if I were to take the time to clean these hats, I could command more of a price, but how much is my time actually worth? So are you going to, you know, basically give the buyer the time? Or are you going to take the time and get more money, or take less money from the buyer, right? Like there's a back and forth there. So my decision though was to let the buyer do what they please with these hats, and I'll take a little bit less money. But I also want to say that I would keep this hat if it was a little bit bigger. I have a big noggin, so I would definitely be keeping this, though. This pinstripe starter blues hat, pretty sweet. And we are from St. Louis, so it makes sense. But anyway, that's the goal for today. The other goal for today is to get started on this pile of dance pads. Yes, it is still there. I am ashamed in my reselling life that I have let this go like this as long as it has. I think a thing that I did notice, and I came to a realization, is that I don't have the games, the Dance Dance Revolution in particular. That's like a very popular dance game that you put with these pads. I don't have the games for like GameCube. So I know that there's a GameCube. I don't know why this is here, guys, but I have a GameCube pad right here, and I have a GameCube to test it, but I don't have I'm pretty sure I don't have a Dance Dance Revolution game to test on this pad, but it's in really nice condition. So like, I would love to say that this is tested and the condition's really nice, but you know, I mean, worst case scenario, we sell it as is, untested, and get a few bucks for it. We didn't pay $9 for this was actually from the bins. So I mean, super low cost of goods in really nice condition. Hopefully we can get 15 to 20 bucks. I think 15 to 20 bucks per pad. And like I said, guys, I mean, we have like 7 pads here, so do the math on that. Pretty good money. I've also got a little pile of hats that I've determined are worthy of cleaning and are a lot easier to clean because I can just throw them in an oxy tub and let them go, which are these hats right here. I also need to clean up just kind of some of the clutter that's amassed right here. I don't know, I got some like figures and stuff. We might just like throw these on Whatnot or something. Not 100% sure, but also stay tuned for the Whatnot auction. We are going to announce that probably within the next couple of days. So if you aren't following us on socials, please do so. We are the same thing on Instagram, Good Game Grabs. And then also you can follow us on Discord. You're not really following, you're joining the server to come chat with us. We'll post about Whatnot updates though in the chat server. Totally free to join. You can hang out with other resellers, other people who like to collect. Come hang out. But yeah, so we have our little, you know, buckets here that we got from IKEA filled with OxiClean and a couple hats. We'll let that go with some hot water in there. That's cleaning. We're going to work on getting these tested, getting all those hats listed. And after that, I think the next step is to do the clothing that we have, which isn't too much. And speaking of not having too much clothing, I think if we work really hard the next couple days, we can go sourcing on Thursday, and we will have a sourcing video, therefore, coming out on Thursday as well. I know you guys are here for the Goodwill Bins footage. At least that's what most of you are here for. If you guys are here for all of it, I'd really appreciate you. You know, it's tough whenever somebody, you know, comes to your channel and they demand a certain type of footage. But thank you guys to everyone, you know, who basically just watches us for us. We do appreciate it. But with that being said, guys, hit that sub button if you haven't hit that sub button. Hit the like button on the video if you haven't hit that yet. We really appreciate it. Costs you nothing to do. And we will see you guys later on the next grab and hopefully on a bins footage day. Peace out, guys.